Alright, so here's the front of the slide out. As you can see, I've turned this the entire front into my office. Put in that shelf, and I have a shelf up there, and yeah, so much junk. This is the wall we've rebuilt. Have the solar batteries under there, inverter, 1500 watt, and you can see the charge controller back there on the wall right behind my UPS. So it's pretty nice. Pretty happy with this setup. And let's see. Come around to here. So we have the kitchen. Where's the glare? The glare. Okay. Those drawers, they're the same. I just put new handles on them. Drawers, there's the 3 drawers there. Had to be every drawer in this place. The back runners were falling off, and finally got those rebuilt strong enough to so that they won't flop. They're pretty strong now. Put in this new countertop. It used to be 3-burner stove. Your pretty typical 3-burner stove with the oven. Totally useless oven, if you ask me. Got our microwave. Hey, that's working great. One of the kind of make it or break it type deals was the refrigerator that I got with this RV, which was the RV is $950. New refrigerator is like $1,300, but this refrigerator it's been working just perfectly the whole time. Like I said, I put in this new countertop to give some more room. There was barely any room here between the sink and the 3-burner stove. I put in this little 2-burner stove, and it's actually more useful because the 3-burner stove, the 2 of the burners were in the back, and you couldn't even really get to them, and it really sucked. Put in this and added this the clicker from like a grill, and so she'll easy to burn, easy to light it with not having. I got tired of using those lighters. I got some room there. Original sink. Really happy with the stainless steel sink. Wish it was a little bigger, but hey, it's pretty nice. I did replace the faucet. And there's one thing here that's a benefit. You can check to do this on your RV. It's the beer can test. So the distance between the sink and the edge, you should be able to set a beer can. If not, you should get a new RV. Well, or anyway, at least get a new countertop. So I don't have a beer can anymore, but this passes the test also. So let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Now we got this thing here. I put in place of the oven, and what is back here? Let's see. Nothing less than one of those washers with a spin dryer. To me, this is one of the best things I did. And it's an example of a problem, what I thought would be a problem, turning into a great solution. The problem was this is too big to fit under the countertop, and it would stick out. But ended up that this little extra countertop right here is the most useful little work area in the kitchen. Um, so I'm really happy that that worked out the way it did. Okay, let's see. Moving on here. Okay, I've replaced the trim around here with cedar. Okay, so one thing I did is don't push the slide out all the way out. Leave it in about 5 inches. That gives me a room for a really nice shelf up at the top. And I know most modern slide outs have cabinets either above the slide out or as part of the slide out roof. This was 1996, so it's not very efficient on space like they are now. And we got the cat stays up there, and the J couch. I hate that J couch. Kitchen, really haven't changed anything at all here. It doesn't get used. But anyhow, that's other than fix the drawers. Of course, the drawers needed new handles, and they were flopping. The back of them were flopping. So I do want to replace this kitchen table one of these days, if I ever start using it. Okay, so here my heat source that I'm using this year. I used the Mr. Buddy last year. Really didn't like it. It kind of fell apart and was not very efficient on propane. I had this. I mean, it was good on price, $80, where this is $150 for this, and this is a 10,000 BTU heater. And the best thing about this is that it has a thermostat. So this dial, you can dial in what temperature you want, actually fairly accurately. It's almost to a half a degree. Keep it between 60 and 70 degrees. And so I mounted it on there. It's like I said, it's a lot better on propane than the Mr. Buddy heater, because that's just on all the time or else off all the time. Okay, here's one little thing I did here. This used to just be the access panel to the plumbing for the shower, and just put a handle on here and made it into a little storage for the my three of the four main cleaning products. Anyway, we've got blue and green and purple. Okay, so moving on. Still have the old. I don't really use that. Oh yeah, and one other benefit, and it works out good, having the coat rack right above the heater is really nice because it warms up the coats. And so anyway, that worked out right. Okay, bathroom really hasn't changed. Same old sink. Put in this is, I used to have a small dehumidifier, and that didn't cut it. That didn't do anything. So I got this. This is supposed to be like a half of a house, 1,100 square foot dehumidifier. It sort of helps. It does collect some water. This is anyway, that's the name of it. It's kind of going up. It only lasted a year. You can see my review on it on Amazon. All right, so we have this shower. I used this rod to just keep the shower curtain off. I don't like, little deep, nasty little corners, dark corners of an RV. This RV has a couple of them, and that used to be one back there. And bringing that shower curtain out definitely helped. And I use it to hang things, to dry, and can also, if I'm in there taking a shower, I can move this out, to here, and use it to push the shower curtain away from me, because there's nothing worse than shower curtain touching you when you're taking a shower. Ugh. Okay, so now, oh, I got one of these too. Seen that somebody else had one of these closed. I got the cheap one. They, some another RV channel went for the better one, and it was a smart move. But it's good. It's good. Okay. Here's one thing. And I haven't seen on any RV yet. And I think every RV should have it. And it's the thermostatic faucet. If you're not familiar with that, it's you set the temperature on that side and the volume or the water flow from this side. It's a huge problem, if you're trying to take a shower. In an RV, the water pressure is always fluctuating, and that causes the temperature of the water to fluctuate. But this will set, the water temperature, and somebody could run the sink, or whatever. If you're running off of your water pump, then your water pressure is going up and down. So this keeps the temperature of the water in the shower very constant until you run out of hot water. But man, makes anyway. I think it's just a huge improvement for $35. And yeah, you can find these for $200, but I got that, and went for the cheap one, and it actually was a good risk, so it paid off. So it's really nice. Okay. All right, so here's the bedroom. Okay, so one thing that I've done is I've raised up the bed. It used to be down here, and so I raised it up a good 12 inches for extra storage. Okay, this door used to be in the front, and there used to be a cabinet above at the roof level with these glass doors. So there's one here for access, and the other one's over here. Get to stuff. All right, so I put this paneling on the back wall just recently, to kind of finish off restoring that wall. This wall was rebuilt. It was extreme water damage in this corner, and so a lot of that was rebuilt. And there's also a layer of Reflectix behind that those panels, so it's a lot more comfy in here. Changed out those lights, so I'm going to change all the lights. There's a little nightstand. Totally rebuilt this. This is obviously new lights, new nightstand. The other one that was in there is just not very efficient. So and falling apart. So anyway, got that. Actually, I built those 3 shelves or drawers, and they've stayed empty ever since. But they're there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna give you a tour under here. Yeah, it's more than just your typical junk under a bed. All right, let's go on in here. Okay, so stuffed a bunch of stuff in. Got a lot more in here than what was in there before. But this water filter on the RV, one is water actually comes in through this way, goes through sediment filter, carbon filter, and then into the cold and the hot water. There's a hot water tank over there. In the last video I mentioned these two diaphragm tanks. Stuff those in there. So whenever I'm running off the water pump, it's just more constant. I got really sick of the water pump just constantly turning on and off every time I turn the faucet on or off. Maybe it doesn't bother other people, but I don't know, it bugged the crap out of me. So, and let's see, what else did I do in here? Okay, this line here is, it goes out to here and then over. Oh, crap, I can't see. There on the other side of the bed there, I'll try to get a shot of it. There's a valve, and it allows, on really cold days, when it's below like 20 degrees, so we're right above the fresh water tank. So what I can do, if I have any hot water left, I can flush out the hot water, and it'll go down into the fresh water tank to warm up that water, and then I can run, hot water and cold water in the rest of the RV to have both the cold water lines and the hot water lines as warm as possible to help them from not freeze up. There's a couple spots that they freeze up. So anyhow, I mean that's that. Oh yeah, got the that's cat door. Let's see. Okay, so let me stop here.